Every day, chat and chart live during the New York session. Here, real traders share the raw truth, their mindset, technical analysis, and execution. This is where real traders show their skill set. Welcome to Tradin TV. This is your stage to shine.
Hi guys.
Hello,
Hi
hello.
guys. Hello.
How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Great.
All right, thank you.
Doing
All
great.
good?
How are you guys?
Let's welcome the people watching. So, welcome to New York live trading session. We have the factory girl, Rosa. We have the wise man, Saai, and we have Ananda. Can you please introduce yourself? Because I still don't know you, but I've read a lot about you.
Yeah.
So, I'd love to get to know you more.
Hi Saif. So I am Ananda. I'm into CFT firms right now. I've been trading with funding pips for the past 1.5 years. I have close to $80,000 in payouts, and
Oh,
overall
wow.
payments is around 150K currently. And still in the process of learning. And I'm currently, yeah, still trading. I'm stepping into futures. I'm learning about futures currently as well.
It's great to meet you.
Great to meet you as well.
So, starting with the ladies. Ladies first. So, Rosa, what do you have for us today?
I have nothing so far. I just took some trades on gold. I did buy on gold this
Okay.
morning, but only on my personal account. I couldn't take the trade on Funding Pips account. So all in all, 5.9% up, but in my personal account, not the funded. And
That's good.
now I'm just waiting for a discount price to try to buy again.
Yeah, I believe it's going to be around 74. Do you agree?
74 is what I'm expecting, just kind of this area.
Yeah. So we agree. What about you, the wise man, Sai?
To be honest, I don't know why my lives are always when my levels are already hit. It
Yeah,
it is
it is what
it's
it is,
always
my friend.
it's always after my levels are hit. Actually, my levels are hit like 2 days back. It happened on Tuesday itself,
Hmm.
and after that, it was mostly scalp plays. So I did get a sell trade. I was not able to take it because it was very late in the morning. So there was a monthly high sweep in the morning in Asia session,
Hmm.
and there was a drop of like 200 pips after that. So that was one trade I would have taken, but I was asleep, so I did not take it. After that, there were buys in London, which I was not very confident on. So just waited. So for now, nothing to be honest on gold. NAS looks very nice for like buys at the moment. It's taking the right support at everything, whatever I have drew on my chart. So it looks nice for buys. Yeah, let's see what happens once the NY opens.
It does. It does look nice for buys. Even on the higher time frames, like the 1 hour or 4 hours, it looks really good for buys. All right, let's see what happens. Anand, what do you have for us?
So today I'm just resting. Yesterday I had two trades. I can probably share my screen.
Please.
Uh, so yesterday, so I've been waiting for. I had two trades, one stop loss and one TB. I had marked this level like sometime back last week, and I was waiting for it to come there, which is was 3850 in order to short because market was just pushing up and I was expecting a pullback and I took a sell here and it was moving at the right direction. Then a single candle went and took out the SL. Then probably I missed this. I would have taken this sell if I was watching the market, but I completely missed this. But I had marked these levels before only. If I comes here, I will probably look for buys. So I got a good buy setup, entered. I exited early because like I was happy with whatever I was making, but it actually gave the full TP till here. If I was holding. So today I'm just like I didn't place any trades. I'm just like because yesterday was a little hectic day because I placed four trades in that three almost went near TP and it reversed and it was like exhausting. And the last fourth trade it actually hit TP. So yesterday was like pretty bad and I was missing TP by
And
like
today you're taking the day off. Today you're not trading, or you're not yet.
No, I'm not trading today completely. I'll probably look for entries tomorrow
Okay.
only.
All right.
Someone is Anand. Someone is saying you look like you are in a hotel. Which hotel are you in?
I'm not in a hotel. It's like a place called the House. So I totally forgot today about the stream. Then suddenly I remembered, oh no, I have a stream today. So that's why I'm not at my workplace.
Nice.
So are you in a spa?
It's actually not a spa. It's like
That's just his house. That's how rich
yeah,
he is.
it's
It
you
looks
guys
like
can
a
Google
spa.
it. The House. Yeah, it's in the.
Just call it Anand's second house.
To be
Yeah.
honest,
Yeah,
most
it's
of people.
called the house.
Yeah,
It's called the house.
yeah.
It doesn't say whose house is it. So
Saib, what are you looking? Anything
um
after the big
yeah,
trade?
I have something in mind actually. As I said in the beginning, I'm looking for the 74 level to buy
Hmm.
gold, but of course, like very small buys. I'm not going aggressive. As I said many times, I'm done trading for the year, so no aggressive trades, just like for the fun of it. I tried to sell, but it didn't fill my sell order. Um, so I wanted to sell around 85. It got to 84 and a half. Then it dropped. My TP was around 80. So it was a 1 to 5, 1 to 4.5 trade, but that's not a problem. I'll wait for the 74 level because it's a stronger level since it's on the 1 hour. Let me share my screen 1 second.
Yeah.
I think it's easier to explain. Okay, what is it? All right, so is it there yet? No?
Uh,
Can you see it?
Not yet.
Not yet.
No, I can't see it.
Guys in the production, can you please check? Something is not working. Yeah, there it is.
All right now.
Yeah, so 1 second. So the 1 hour chart shows a very. You know what? Let me start analyzing from the weekly. So on the weekly, it's very, very, very bullish. Um, Nothing to talk about more than this. On the daily, it's also very, very bullish. Yesterday, it could have closed bearish, but it got rejected and closed near the highs. So today we're breaking new all-time highs. So that adds to my bullish bias. The 4 hours is still very bullish as well. So the major trend, the secondary trend, the minor trend, all of them are bullish. That's why I'm leaning more towards a buy than a sell. Let me see.
I was expecting a pullback. I'll tell you the reason why. So if you see the monthly
Yeah,
chart, ideally the
yeah.
monthly candle closed yesterday,
Let me
and
let me put it for you. 1 second.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
so it actually closed yesterday, and that was the first time it actually broke out from that range which you see. Like it ranged for like almost 6 months or 5 months, and then actual
Okay.
breakout happened in this candle itself, where the confirmation was there for a buy.
You mean
So
this one?
yeah, the one closed before, right? So there
Ah,
was
yeah.
this,
Yesterday's candle. You
yeah,
mean the one
yesterday's
that
candle.
closed yesterday? Okay.
Yeah, so that gave the confirmation for this flag pattern breakout, to be honest, on a monthly time
Mhm.
frame. So I was expecting the sweep of the monthly high and then a pullback to happen just to the discount level so that we get better entries for someone who missed on the monthly time frame. Because on a monthly time frame, no one wants to buy it here. But
Mhm.
I believe maybe I think you guys would have heard that the Trump news. In the morning,
You,
like he was
you mean the
planning to shut
government
down.
shutdown?
Yeah, the government shutdown. I
Yeah, it's
think that,
it's it's official. It's official now.
yeah, so
They
that
they shut
had
down
an
the U.S. government.
yeah, so that had an impact and it just pushed the price up again after it did sweep and come down for 200 pips, but there was no follow through momentum. It just pushed up again. So I think it might be heading towards 3,900 or 4,000. That's what I think. What are your thoughts?
Since you're talking long term and like swing, I'd love to give my input. Now, there's something very interesting happening with the US dollar, the DXY. Let me move to the DXY and let me tell you what I think. I think I have a crazy idea, and actually, it shows what I think. I believe that this low will be swept, okay, and then we'll start a very bullish move to the upside on the US dollar, which could be explained fundamentally by that the US data, especially the jobs data and the inflation data, are still in favor of higher rates. Okay, so the market as of now is pricing in two rate cuts till the
Yeah.
end of this year.
Yeah.
So since the government has shut down today, um, what happens is the following: the Fed will not have timely data to rely on in their decisions. So the statistical offices will be closed because they're governmental, so they will be closed. This will affect the markets and will cause volatility, and most importantly, will cause the Fed or will affect the Fed in a way that they don't have reliable data to rely on in their next meeting. So most probably, given all those factors, I think they will not cut rates this year, not even by 25 basis points, not even a single cut, given the recent CPI data, the recent PCE data, and the jobs market data. So after tomorrow, we have an NFP reading. Okay, so that I was waiting for this one because I want to see how the reading will be. If it's positive for the jobs market, the Fed will not have any reason to cut rates, so that would spark the rally in the US dollar. But since today was like the government went into a shutdown, I'm not sure if they're going to publicly or to publish this number after tomorrow, like this Friday. So it's a bit tricky, but technically and fundamentally, stars are aligning for the DXY to start climbing higher. As you can see, we've been in a solid uptrend since 2008 on
Yeah.
the DXY. And very recently, we're retesting the major uptrend. So
Yep.
what this could
I,
mean
I,
for the
I
rest of the market.
actually had the same analysis. I actually posted in our, like, in my community as well. I had the
Okay.
same analysis for DXY, and even for gold, I see a dip in the COD data. Like, people are starting to buy less and less because obviously it is making higher and higher. I can show
Hmm.
you the data on my screen as well if someone wants to see. But on
Okay.
DXY, I still had the same. And if you see all the USD pairs, go to any USD pair, everything is bullish. Like,
Yeah,
all
exactly.
USD is currently stronger than everything. So I feel the same is about to happen. That's what I think as well.
Great. Great to confirm with each other. But let me tell you what it means for the market, for those who are listening or watching. It means that the euro will drop below 1. It will drop below parity. We could see a very hard year next year for GBP, JPY, but JPY is like a special case because their central bank is still like the monetary policy in their central bank is still too loose. If they start tightening the policy, that might help the JPY a bit. In terms of gold, let me show you what I think about gold. That's why I'm sorry for the long introduction, but let me tell you what I think about gold. Now, on the monthly chart, we already saw this one. Let me check the weekly. Okay, so what I see will happen is one of two scenarios. Either we will go back to 3,450 and continue climbing, or, and I wish this scenario happens, is that we retest this trend line near the $3,100 per ounce. I know it's crazy, but if the dollar like starts rallying, I believe this will happen. Same goes for silver, same goes for everything else. And fundamentally and technically, it works. But so that no one would understand me or misunderstand me, I'm not saying you should sell gold and target $700 to the downside. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is it might happen. So it's good to have this in the back of your mind. If you start seeing a sharp drop, it might be heading towards the levels I just told you. So the important levels for gold are 700, obviously the 600, the 450, and if the 450 gets broken, I believe we're going to 3,100, and I truly, genuinely hope this will happen. Sorry. Yeah, that's an alert. I'm sorry. So I genuinely wish this will happen so that I can buy gold again. So that's pretty much it. Gold started climbing without reaching the 74. So that's it for me. What do you think, Sai?
Yeah, I feel the same. So I had like a similar analysis. I don't look this much long term, as you already know from my previous
Yeah,
conversations. But in a short term duration, I'm still expecting the pullback, because the fundamentals are not supporting from the last 2 weeks. Like you can see the dip within fundamentals in the court data, or like in anywhere you see it,
yeah,
it is going for a dip. So uh, it's a gradual, slow, steady pace dip. So more and more less people are actually buying it. So hopefully, I think we might expect a pullback. I'm not sure like until where and how much is the pullback, but if the pullback starts to happen, it depends on how aggressive the pullback is. So if it is way too aggressive, then we can see a selling market, as Saif said, or like if it is not very aggressive, then probably it might be a slow and steady uh, controlled movement towards the downside, where you'll get like sells on the pullback. So that's what you
yeah.
can actually.
I think fundamentally what could also happen is like a resolution for the Ukraine-Russia war. If that
Yeah,
happens, a lot of people will like move to more risky assets than gold, like stocks
yeah,
and stock indices. So that would fuel the drop if it happens. Like it might never happen, and all of our analysis would be uh, nonsense. But it's just a scenario to have in the back of your mind, so that if it starts happening, um, you don't get like you don't get hurt. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say.
yeah.
I think it's safe to start looking for buys now, but let's see how they close. Rosa, what do you think?
I don't have a clear bias.
Still nothing, yeah?
Nope, nothing.
Yeah, neither do I. I don't have anything yet. But I think it's going to start going up because or you know what? Not really. It didn't break above the 90. I didn't close above the 90, sorry. Mm, I'd wait. If it like
Mm.
if it gives me a setup near this level, which is 880, I might be looking for buys. We're just waiting for the setup, basically. So let's see what questions do we have from the people watching. Okay, guys, do you have any questions regarding what we just discussed?
I do have a question for
Yeah,
Sai. Um,
Yeah.
if he can show the gold data you were talking about earlier,
yeah. Let me
that'd be
close my screen.
fantastic.
Yeah.
It's actually a paid tool, but yeah. So if you want to see it,
What tool is that? If I can know.
it's called the Edge Finder. So I'll just share. So it gives the entire data. So you can. I hope you can see the screen.
No, no.
Yeah, we can. I'm able to
Yeah.
see.
So this is the Edge Finder. So by a trader called Nick, and it actually summarizes everything regarding fundamentals and gives you the overall outlook of the market. So you can currently see which are the pairs which are currently very bullish, and which are neutral to bullish. So you can see gold was very bullish for the last, I think, 3 to 4 weeks, where we were
What
like buying.
what is this based on?
So this is based on multiple factors. One is COD data, one is what is retail positioning. So
Oh
I
yeah,
think
okay.
if you remember, Salah was saying if retails are actually long, we should look for short, right?
Yeah.
So it actually takes the opposite bias, and there is something called a seasonality, where the seasonality would be like how did gold move over the last 10 years for this particular month and this particular period. So it
Okay.
ranks all of these like retail sales, employment sales, all of these into numbers,
This
right?
is
So
actually
these,
impressive. This is nice.
yeah, so these numbers will give the overall ranking for that particular pair. So you can see USD CAD is one of the very bullish pairs. So even if you go to USD CAD right now, it would basically, I think currently due to the news like on this pair, so you can see it is like it did take liquidity and it is like pumping higher, right? So you can very clearly see, right? So gold was very bullish. Currently, if you see gold's data, it is almost near to neutral, whereas gold. So it dropped to 2. And why did I say that the positioning is basically going down? So if we basically come to the um, COD data, you can see USD's long are actually being much more than anything else. So any other pairs, right? So USD long contracts are basically being all over written in terms of like in options, in COTs and everything. So if you go to the top buying for the last 1 month, you can see gold was super bullish, like a score of 99999 entire September. This is where the actual position started to wind up over the fundamental side. So
To
from,
lose steam, yeah.
yeah, so September 15th, it started to drop. Now it is at all-time low. It's like 3. Like no one is interested to buy at these levels. So that's where my bias was like, okay, it might actually sweep the uh, um, the
Monthly high.
monthly high and actually drop. It might not be a big drop, but I thought it will at least do a pullback for like at least until like 3,800 or 3,759. That was that is what I was thinking. But again, the US news might have like it just pumped it up, and after the drop, it just did not hold it. Even the drop was very choppy and very sideways. After that, it did take the liquidity off the low and then pumped off in London. So currently, again, it is the same. So it is in this range. It's struggling to break upside, although it did break. So if there is a continuation, probably the next level which should we can look at is 33904. But I'm not interested to buy from here because I'm done for my trading week because I already got my levels. So I don't buy on the patterns. If I even have a setup or an entry, I would wait until a level hits. If there is a level hit and then a continuation pattern on the top, that's where I would buy. But you'll get a lot of data out of this. Like you can very clearly see a lot of data going through, like how is it, how is the scanner, like indices, how are the setups working, how is gold sentiment, how is institution positioning. Everything is what you can actually see over here. So I can even see like a monthly um, seasonality for like gold and everything, right?
Amazing.
So
But how
that's
reliable is this? Like, how do you know like this guy gets his like gets the right data and the right readings?
It is basically from the internal sources. He has a disclaimer saying that it might not be super accurate, but I
Hmm.
feel it just gives an overall perspective of the market. Like
How long have you
the
been using this?
I've been using for like close to 3 to 4 years now.
Oh, okay, so it is reliable. Okay.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
do
all right,
check
all right.
it once in a week. I don't check it like every day
You know
because
what?
the
I'm gonna check
fundamentals.
it out. I think I'm gonna subscribe for like a couple of months
Yeah, the
just to see.
fundamentals doesn't change like on a day-to-day basis. It changes like on a weekly or a monthly basis. So I do check on a weekly basis what is the plan for this week when I'm doing the weekly reviews and weekly mock-ups, like what can happen and what did happen in the previous weeks. And based on that particular data, we can plan out and understand, okay, these are some things which we can look for. So whenever I see the drop in the interest, I don't look to buy anymore. So you can see it just failed, right? So someone who actually got over this breakout, it just failed, right? So it might,
Yeah.
because it took the liquidity of all these sellers, like all these sellers, whoever actually bought over there, this is where the stop losses would be. Now it might start to dump, maybe for your level, which you said 3870 or 3874. I think this is the retest of like the high, right? So it might come here, but I am still not interested to buy here. I would, for me to buy on an intraday basis, this is the position where I'll look for buy. Um, somewhere around 3844, that's what I'll look for buys, but I'm not looking anywhere to buy or sell in this range for sure.
Thanks,
Makes
Anand.
sense. Yeah, makes sense. And I like this. I like the tool. I think I'm gonna
Cool.
subscribe after this live stream.
So even whatever you have said, right? You can see the USD pairs are almost at the top. Like USD CAD is at the top. So if we just come down in the last week, almost like 4 pairs were at the top. USD JPY was also at the top, and there were many pairs which were USD at the top. So this keeps changing on a daily basis. But on the weekend, it was like 4 or 5 pairs were at the top. USD was almost at the top. So that indicates overall bullishness of dollar, to be honest.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys remember, but I still have one trade running from this year, which is the USD JPY. It got very close to my stop loss, but it just got rejected. And I'm in the money again. So I think the USD JPY will be the exception to the rule, especially if the Bank of Japan, which is the central bank of Japan, starts tightening the monetary policy.
Saif, sorry to interrupt you. Gold is
Yeah, no
dropping.
problem. Yeah.
Okay.
All
It's
right.
because you were waiting for the level, and I think it hit the level.
Yeah.
So,
No, it didn't yet because I have an alert over there.
oh,
So not
okay.
yet.
Sorry.
No problem. No problem. I finished anyway. So let's wait for a setup around this level. If it didn't give any setups, we'll just watch. How do you mark your levels, Sai? That's a question for you.
Okay, I think this is a repetitive question which I've answered multiple
Yeah.
times, but I'll anyways do it again. So these levels are basically based on couple of factors. So I built the system where the levels actually come through from quantitative analysis as well as from the options data. So all of these levels are marked based on that, and the blue ones are the weekly levels and the yellow ones are the intraday levels based on the closing prices of the chart. So for example, this is like the closing price. So from the closing price, there would be a level at the top, there would be a level at the bottom, and the price has a 68% probability of like staying within this range for that particular day. That is for the yellow lines, and for the blue lines, it is 68% probability that it will stay within that range for that particular week. So my edge is I have a 68% probability until the levels are hit. Once the levels are hit, I don't have like an extreme edge over there, and markets doesn't like or sustain above these levels. Most of the time they just drop off or like start to act choppy. So that's how I've actually marked it. So if you want to see like a exact reactions, I'll show you in NAS. These are the levels which I've given. I've actually posted like a lot before, and you can very clearly see today's market. It opened there, dropped, took support in London, and it made a high, took support again at this level, started to pump up. Maybe it might come again and then do a higher high towards the Asia side. That's what it can do. So that's almost near the level. So you can just play the ranges within the levels, and you can even scalp. There are multiple ways to use the levels. I do like teach a particular way on using those levels based on the structure and based on the pullbacks. But again, it's up to you guys on how to use the levels and everything. A question for you, Sai. What is the biggest difference between traders who pass firm challenges and traders who don't pass firm challenges? To be honest, it is just the systematic and not being emotional towards the money you invest in the prop firm. That is something which you would have to incorporate, because when you're trading with prop firms, you would not think that it is actually a live capital, like let's say $100,000. Although it is not $100,000, you might get a 10% or a 6% drawdown based on the pro account or the normal account. But the main problem is like people don't think of it as the money, and they just like try to rush through the process. They don't manage their trades well, and they don't treat the losses as their business expenses. So that's where the problems actually come from. And you would have to like think of the prop firm challenges as the own capital, and basically try to trade it as closer to trading your own capital. That is where you would actually try to win. And the second thing is the overall risk management. And everyone loses account. It doesn't mean that we don't lose an account. Everyone on this stream would have lost an account. Maybe in this month or like in the previous month, they would have lost an account, and I lose account as well. But the only thing is the systematic approach. If you can basically take that as a loss and a learning, can you reinvest back and basically go ahead and put that money back and try to uh, overcome the challenges which you have faced? That's what is the main thing. Some people basically do a system. Let's say the system had a losing streak and you lost an account. You would have to have the capacity, the financial capacity, as well as the mental capacity to reinvest and use that again. That's the main important thing. That's what I feel.
Well said. Okay, that's a question for me. How do you choose your assets for swing? What is the criteria, and what is fundamentals? What fundamentals drive to pick an asset? Well, no fundamentals actually drive me to pick a specific asset, but I have some assets that I enjoy trading, like gold, like Euro USD, like USD JPY, some crosses like the GBP JPY. The reason is that I feel that I understand the behavior. So, and I believe that's the most important thing in trading. Your question can be answered in different ways. So it could be that the fundamentals drive my choice, but only if I'm investing. If I'm investing long term, like I'm investing for 5 years, 10 years in a specific asset, yes, I would look at fundamentals to drive my choice. But in terms of trading and swing trading, I'll go with the most I'd go with the asset that I feel most comfortable with, and I think everyone on the live stream would agree with me. That's the most important thing, and that's the most important or relevant criteria in choosing what assets to trade. What do you think, guys? Do you agree?
Yeah, I think so. Because if it is something which you cannot understand, it is very difficult to trade. That's what I feel.
Yeah, so no fundamentals can drive your choice. It's only the behavior in trading. But in investing and long-term investing, yes, fundamentals can drive your choices. I think
Yes,
Ananda is having a massage. He's not talking. What's happening?
no, I'm here. I'm listening. I'm just waiting for. I'm learning actually. So these are something which I never do, to be honest. I'm mostly an intraday trader who just take my entries at session shifts and support levels and resistance levels. So been working out pretty good, but these are like really, really like probably I have to learn more on these aspects.
But if what you're doing is working just fine for you, no need to like add anything to your strategy. That's
Yeah, correct.
no need. I promise. If what you're doing is making you money, that's more than enough. It's good to know other stuff, but like no need to change anything. That's one thing. Another thing I wanted to ask you about your risk management. How do you manage your risk? How do you manage your trades?
So my risk management is pretty simple. My risk management is pretty simple. In challenge phase, I'm a bit aggressive. I go around 2%, 2.5. On live, I'm mostly sticking on with 1% always. So that's been working out pretty nice. And I target 1 is to 2 or 3 maximum these days, which is current recently. Before, I used to go for home runs, whereas I go for 1 is to 10, 1 is to 8. But by time, my trading style has completely changed now. So I'm more inclined towards more like 1 or 2 trades a day. That's it. Even if it's hit or sell, well and good. I don't buy new accounts and go for it. So right now, I'm looking for something very peaceful. Before it used to be chaos. I just place a trade and sit and watch it.
I've heard this.
Now I
I've heard
sometimes
this before from a friend. I
yeah,
think, like, do you know Raja Banks by any chance?
I have seen his videos, but I have never met him
Yeah,
like
because
personally.
that's basically what he says, and that's what he preaches. Like 1 to 2 trades a day, and that's it. Like
So
sometimes like you have capacity. If you have the capacity to take 5 trades, go for it. If you have the capacity to like, if you have no capacity, no need to take any trades, even if you see setups. And I think Rosa will disagree here with me because no matter what, she executes once she sees a setup. Right, Rosa? Welcome back, by the
Yes.
way.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry, my computer freezed. I'm having internet connection problems, but anyway. So yeah, I take trades every time I am in front of the computer and the setup is there. But to be honest, in a day, maybe it's 2, 3 trades tops. Sometimes this morning it's been one trade, and I'm done for the day unless I see something now. But this is because we are on a live show. Otherwise, I won't be trading anymore. So it's not like I need like 15 trades, but if the setup is there and I'm doing nothing, I'll take the trade.
It's minus 32K on the EDP, Saif.
Yeah, I'm actually checking it, and at the same time, I think I have a setup on gold. I'm just like trying to catch both.
Actually,
Okay.
it looks more nice for a short. And this is
Yeah.
the 8:30. It's the 8:30 open. It's going lower low. It took the liquidity,
Yeah.
but
Let me see how it closes. The setup is not there yet, but let's see. After all, it's just a scalp. Like might take like a couple of minutes or like 5 minutes. Let me check the news.
it's at 1:15. The other one. It's at 3 o'clock. Yeah, it's ISM.
All right. So yeah, it came in negative. hmm this number specifically is like traders usually look at this number as a preview of the NFP. It's not necessarily the same every time, or like if this one comes in negative, it necessarily needs to come negative. Like the NFP needs to come in negative, but traders take this as a hint when it comes out. So for now, that's a negative number for the jobs market, which is rate cut friendly. So that's positive for the what's it called? The market. All right. So it's rate cut friendly. It's bad for the US dollar. It's good for everything against the US dollar. Okay. No, no setup for me. I thought I was getting one, but no.
I do like the cells from here, but it's against my rules.
Then no sells for you.
Yeah.
I think it's
Okay.
dropping, still dropping a bit.
It can like take as much time dropping as it wants. We're only entering on a setup. Sai, what's the hardest psychological lesson you had to learn in trading, and how long did it take? That's a question from Vishal.
Oh wow. Um, to be honest, I'll tell a very interesting thing about this. Um,
Okay.
this happened. I don't know it'll happen to any one of you guys or not, but I know a lot of guys who are actually posting their wins in social media or on Discord, or even on my Discord. A lot of people actually come and post their payouts, and people will say, "Yay, you got a payout! You are like a successful trader. You are profitable," and all that stuff. And the problem lies is it doesn't it happens after the payout. It is okay until you get the payout, but after the payout what happens is you have that psychological thing that okay, people think of me as a profitable trader, now I have to perform, right? And that actually got me very very bad, because it looks like on the Instagram, on social media, oh, this guy is a beautiful trader. He has like 55 payouts from funding pips. He never loses an account and all that stuff. But I had to come out and say to people that, boss, I lose accounts as well. I have lost so many accounts. I might have lost 20, 30 accounts, but I'm still profitable over a period of time. Like if you look at like 1 year or 2 years, I'm still profitable over a period of time. And the pressure to perform when you start posting your trades and when you start posting payouts, the pressure increases and you start to trade for your tweets, you start to trade for your social media posts, Instagram stories to look cool than to follow your system. That is the psychological problem which I had a lot, and I had to come up and just ignore the fact that whatever people are posting, oh, this guy got a win today, forget about it. It's not your system, it's not your trade. Just focus on your system, your trades. If it is as per your rules, just follow it. You're gonna make profit after the end of year or after 6 months. That is one thing which I had to overcome, and it took time for me because I was trading for the performance that I have to look cool on Instagram or on Twitter, but it took time for me to actually come out from it. I don't know if
There
you
you
guys
go.
face it.
Actually, I never traded prop, but like I totally get what you said from a psychological point of view. The social pressure is unbearable sometimes, but like you got your answer. Like just don't care about anything, and that's it. Focus on you, and that's what really matters, not anything else. I think I might be getting a setup here on gold. Um, it's not 100% done yet, but I it's cooking. Yeah. So, Anand, Rosa, would you like to answer the same question that Sai just answered? Like, like
Uh,
he just asked you if, like, if it that never, like, if that ever happened to you, the social pressure thing.
whatever Sai told, probably, yeah. My social media was hidden, like for like I just opened up for the last, I think less than 1.5 months. So I've been having a terrible losing streak post that. Like I had like it has never happened. Maybe because of this, I was looking for a good trade to close, and most of my trades, around 11 trades, it was almost near uh, the TP, and I can manually close, but I never close. I was like holding for it to hit TP. So most of the time, maybe I just wanted the perfect trade and the perfect setup to close so that I can show off. Maybe that's the case as well. So I have to change a bit there. So that can be one of the things I'm currently having a downswing as well. So yeah, Sai has been experienced in this, so so I would learn here as well. And the other stories, mostly I have set some rules and it has helped me a lot. But sometimes that rules I have to evolve those rules as well. So whenever I can, so I should start working on that.
You know what? I came up with a name for Anand too.
I was expecting the moment.
Guess what? The humble pro. The
It is.
humble pro.
It suits him. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
that's my thing. I'm really good not only at trading. I know how to make to come up with names.
So I was yesterday. I was very frustrated. I think Sai is there in this community group chat where I posted all my trades, which was just about to hit TP and reverse every single trade,
Mm.
and I did back check what was the issue. Most of the time, I was waiting for it to hit TP, whereas I can clearly see there is rejection. There was a gold trade, and clearly there was a rejection. 6, 7 candles, there was a rejection of reversal, but I was holding it, so it was completely my mistake. And today I thought, okay, if I trade today I'm gonna destroy a couple of other accounts or my live accounts. So I just took a break today so that I'm just peaceful today. And tomorrow I'll start trading again. I tend to take more breaks these days if I have a very rough day. Uh, yeah.
I'm in. I'm in gold buys. I just went in. Um, Very tight stop, but like the risk reward is worth it. It's 1 to 4.55. So I
It's
take the shot.
3872 stop loss.
My stop loss is 872.8,
Oh wow. Okay.
and the entry at 75. Yeah, to me this is a tight stop. Maybe to you that it's not, but like I'm not used to this kind of stops.
Yeah, I'm more
Usually my
inclined to sales. I think you're out. You're out? No, not
not
yet.
yet, not yet, not yet. But most probably I will be out. We're just
Yeah, because
trying.
what happens is I'll probably explain this.
Okay, almost out. It's holding up well.
Yeah. So you see this 4-hour candle which is forming,
Yeah.
and this has started somewhere at around 12 o'clock, I believe, and this would last until like 1 more hour, I think. So what
Yeah.
happens is whenever I go against this trend, right, I mostly get chopped out. So you see this 4 hour is making a bearish candle. I would prefer to sell on
I'm
this
out.
candle rather than buy. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out.
I don't have a setup, otherwise I would have taken a sell. We easily got like a 40 pip over here. But
I'm
again,
just
yeah.
playing. I'm just playing around with 0.25.
Mm.
If it works, I'll get 1.25 or like 1%. But
Yeah,
okay,
what I've
so some
observed is what happens
sorry.
is whenever the 4 hour candle closes, right? That is when again the next cycle starts. So the next cycle of the buying leg would only happen after the 4 hour candle closes. So if this 4 hour candle is trying to sell, I would rather look to sell rather than to buy. So even if you see this is one 4 hour candle, you can very clearly see the London buys happened, and exactly after the 4 hour close, that's when the reversal started to play out.
Yeah. Did you notice something that 15 minutes before the 4 hour candle closes, um,
Mhm.
the new like bias gets formed? Meaning that, like for
Yep.
example, now it's red, right?
Yeah.
If the overall bias is bullish, or like
Mhm.
if you read it correctly and uh, it should be going up, um,
Mhm.
at the last like 15 minutes of this 4 hour candle, you'll see it closing as a rejection or like even in the green. Um, did you ever notice that?
Doesn't happen in New York, but does happen if it is in Asia or London. Because what happens is New York mostly decides the trend and it just goes in that direction, starting from the end. So if it has to sell, and let's say it has to make a red candle for the day, it'll just flip and go down, right? It just
Mm.
starts to flip and go down. Maybe it might give a small pullback, but again, it just dumps. But in terms of like London or Asia, maybe yes, whatever you have said, I did observe whenever it happens. Like it just makes a pullback and then starts to go back.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
for me, I see it even happening in New York. Uh, if the momentum is shifting, or if the bias is shifting, not if the
Okay.
bias continues. That's the only difference.
Hmm. Okay.
So let's check this one today. If it's going to go up, which I believe will happen, if it's going to go up today, uh, this candle, the one that we're looking at, the red candle, the 4-hour candle, should close as a rejection, or at least not as bearish as this.
Hmm.
Let's test this theory today.
It's 1 hour more, let's say.
Yeah. And we have
But
news, by the way,
what
near the
happens is
close.
when London starts to go right, there is nowhere, nothing else to stop here. It's directly going for this. That's the problem. So it might do
Yeah.
this and then do a pullback, as you said, and this is where the buy zone, which I said before, it might start to look for buys over here and then start to play out if it has to flip. But again, I've never seen a double flip, so let's see what happens.
Yeah. Just let me see. Actually, even on the 1 hour, there is a negative divergence forming on the gold. So it makes all the difference if this 4 hours closes bearish.
Mm.
Um, yeah, I think we will be targeting even more than 850, the levels that you just mentioned.
Yeah.
Let's just see, like it's still,
Because every new high is unable to sustain, right? So it made a high, it basically came down, dumped, it again started to make a high. Now it is again unable to sustain. So you see that weakness overall in terms of like the price action.
yeah, correct.
Nice sell. Yeah, 50 pips.
Okay, so someone is asking me like how much I risk per trade. Normally, if I'm swing trading, I risk somewhere between 3 to 5%, average 4% per trade. But that's because like the single trade like lives around 2 3 months with me. But in this case, or when I'm just like scalping for fun, I never risk more than 0.5%. In today's trade, the one that I just got stopped out on, I risked 0.25%. And the only reason I took this trade was that it had a good risk reward and like a 50% score setup. That's it. Um, I hope I answered your question. But again, if you want to take advice about day trading or scalping, you have three monsters here. Don't ask me. I'm a swing trader.
How do you put the 4 hour candle on the chart? You can just search for ICT higher time frame candles by Fadi. That is the indicator name. You will get it. How to know my strategy is trustable for very long term? Previous data says it is good, but I don't know about long term. Does market really change all of a sudden? It can ideally change. The behavior can change, and there might be a losing streak within um, within the data. But what happens is, let's say the main important thing is, are you journaling your trades or not, and are you actually looking at the system as per the trades whatever you have actually taken or not. So let's say your strategy has an equity curve like this, right? let's say something like this, does go break even and again does this. So if this is your strategies, and if this is your strategy overall PNL curve, the main important thing is you should never miss a one trade as well. You should always track the strategy as per the system you trade. So let's say you take one trade a day, just track it as per the system, even if you take it or not. Or else, let's say you don't have like multiple entries for the day, you just have like two to three trades in a week, you just track all of them. So at what point do you identify your edge is losing? That is the question, right? I believe that is the question, right? So if you see the equity curve, all you can do is draw a trend line from the bottom to the top, and at any point, if the trend line breaks and starts to make a lower low and starts to deteriorate, that is when you can understand that your edge is bit lost in the market, right? That is one thing which you can identify over a long period, whether your strategy is profitable or not. Some strategies do a very odd equity PNL curve based on how far or how sooner you basically move the stop losses to break even. So if you move your stop losses to break even a lot, your PNL curve can look like this. So it will chop, 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 because there'll be a series of wins and there'll be a series of losses and there'll be a series of wins and a lot of break even trades. So it'll look like sharp up curves rather than a smooth equity curve. Again, it doesn't matter. It's a smooth or a sharp equity curve. You can simply look at the expectancy. If you have a positive expectancy, your strategy is good, you can trade it.
So, Sai, could it be that we're witnessing now the uh, end of the all-time highs on gold, at least
Yeah, that
for?
is what I think. I've been looking for short from here. It did not work out. I did look at short for like at the open. I did not. I was still sleeping, so I did not take this trade. And I think New York wanted to flip, so I think it would flip the daily candle to red and probably close somewhere below this zone. I don't see if it will flip and come here. Maybe a temporary buy can happen from this zone, but I don't see like looking at the selling pressure. I don't see that. I was saying, like, even to Saif, I would have saved your stop loss if you have if you have avoided the buy, because I was more interested for a sell looking from here,
Yeah, I
because it
remember
was,
you said, yeah.
yeah.
I'm trying to trade like the factory girl. Whenever I see a setup, I just trade.
It works.
I
Different
know it
broker
does.
has closing hours. How to check which one is accurate? Oanda 4 hour closes in 5 minutes, but Saxo 4 hour closes in 1 hour. It depends on what you have used for charting tool in backtesting. So if you have used Oanda data for backtesting, just stick with Oanda. If you have used Saxo, just stick with Saxo. And ideally, preferably, use the chart which matches with your broker. So let's say you're trading with funding pips, try to see which chart matches with the broker. Ideally, Saxo matches much more. So I prefer to use Saxo. It's up to you on like how you do it. What's Nash doing? Nash is consolidating. That's nice.
Gold is starting to get ready to go up.
Yeah, I still don't see a sell until this 4 hour candle closes. I don't see a buy at all. I think, is it 100 pips? Yeah, 110. Almost near the level. How do you decide the direction for the day? I just look at the 4 hour bias. So if the 4 hour is making a higher high, I just look for like uh, whether it can come for a pullback, and I just enter on the pullback for buys. If it is making lower low, then I just look for a pullback on the lower time frame and then look for it. And I also look at sessions and 4 hour candles opening closes. So it depends on those things. Do you guys have a predefined bias when you start the day? What do you think, Anand, Rosa? I've answered a lot of questions.
Well, I don't because I only trade candle and candle,
Mm,
so I don't even have a look at the past candles. So I just see the present candles. Maybe I look back, I don't know, 60 candles in 1 minute, and then I start trading. To me, the action is in 1 minute. So this is why I don't pay attention to what the gold did in the Asian session or the European session or previous max or highs and lows. It's candle on candle, so I don't have a bias. I've been selling. I have 3 sales so far during the live stream. I've tried for one buy now. It didn't work out, and then I'm missing out the actual buy that's working out now because I didn't take the trade as fast as I should. So I'm selling and buying depending on what the candles are telling me and what's the story written in the very same moment. And now I'm pretty sure I just said the goal was up. When I see what's up, it's about 20 points. And now it's ready to go down again. And I'm waiting for gold to go down again so I can buy. So I don't have an
Doesn't
actual bias when I trade.
doesn't it get so exhaustive because your bias keeps changing for every candle or maybe every 2 to 3 candles? Doesn't it get exhaustive after a time?
Honestly, I'm just trading because I'm on the stream, but I already traded this morning for an hour and a half so far, and that's what I usually do.
Mm,
But it's not exhausting, but because it's easier for me just to say it doesn't change candle on candle, but sometimes like for now, you said gold's going down, and I'm pretty sure it's going down. But the moment I say it's going up, it's because I was expecting a fast movement, 20-point movement, and then now it's ready to go down again if he wants. It's not exhausting to me. It's just like reading, like when you walk on the street and you're going for a walk and you don't know
mm.
where you're going and you just walk and maybe you turn left and then you turn right, things like that. So it's easy to me read candle on candle. For instance, now at this very moment there's indecision, so my bias, I'm still thinking gold's dropping just because there's a level and field anchoring point down below. That's it. Yeah, if it doesn't happen, then I'll look above the chart, so above the price, and say, okay, what unfilled anchoring points there are here. It's like your what you call the imbalance zones, everything. These kind of things you usually pay attention to. It's very similar. So it's not exhausting at all to me, but it takes time to get used to that. That's pretty sure.
Makes sense.
I think because it's automated in your brain, Rosa. That's why it's not tiring or exhausting.
Hmm.
But if you're not sure what you're doing and you're like using your brain to actually think every time the market moves, yeah, I
Hmm.
think that would be exhausting. But you reach the point that you know your setup, you wait for it, and you just execute mechanically. That's
Yes.
basically the reason.
It is very systematic, so I don't have to think about it. So I watch candles, but my setup just came up like 5 candles away before. I didn't take the trade, so I'm not in a rush to take the trade now. And now is at the very same point I should have entered, like 5 candles away before. But I'm not chasing price, so this setup is gone. I won't take it, and it's very systemized. So I actually don't think that much when I'm trading. I just execute. Most of the time, I execute and I don't think about it.
That's what's so impressive about you, Rosa. Would you like to share your screen so that you can stay
Sure.
focused on um, what's it called, the setup in case pops up?
Yep. And
while you're
so you
talking.
can see, yeah, so you can see the trades. So this was my first selling in the stream, but I didn't think about the news, so I
Yeah.
got out uptick, and then I incorporated again 2 sells, so I made up for the first loss. I tried to buy here, as I said, didn't work out, but my setup was there, and now I have an entry there.
Isn't that the
Wait,
same level I tried to buy at?
here, yeah, kind of. Maybe
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
tried just a little bit above, and I was just waiting
What's
for
the
my
price?
confirmation.
I entered at 75. What was your price?
71.6.
Oh yeah,
So, and
$4
now I
away.
had a fantastic entry here on my setup this year. Let
Mm-hmm.
me put that. But I didn't take it, so now I have to wait for another one. So it's like, oh, but the price is it's again on your entry price. It's above 20 points. So I should be, if I had taken it, I should be on break even and had taken like 20 pips. So I'm not chasing the price ever. That's why it's so important. My strategy is not for people, for newbies, because you have to be extremely disciplined and not trying to recover losses or chasing the price or anything like it. So yeah, and let me show you something. I'll try to show it every day I'm on the live stream. Let me share something else. Just so people can see, this is my personal account, the one I usually trade the most. And I share, it's in percentages, so I don't show money. But I'm up today 7.2% of the account between gold, Nasdaq, and the German index. And this is why it's so important to stay focused on what you are trading and your strategy. So you can get, because when I risk a penny from my personal account, this is personal money. This is my own money. I had to save first and then invest it. So it's not like a prop firm where if you lose the account, you have lost $500 top. So it's important just to stay focused. And these strategies you see here, these results come from the strategy you see on the live streams. Is this the very same strategies? Well, I also have a couple of robots just doing their thing itself. But so that's why it's so important. I show these numbers to my community because I think it's very important. Keep doing what you're doing and keep doing the repeatable stuff. That's why I'm the factory girl to you, because it's what I don't think when I'm trading. I don't think. I did the thinking first, just developing the strategy, and now I have to trust the strategy over and over. So I think it's good numbers. And last month, I think I was like 17% up in a month. It's not the best month. I usually have it a little bit higher, but it was a good month. So in one day being up 7%, uh, that's something you have to be focused and very knowing what you are actually doing. So this strategy you see here is not for everyone. And bear in mind, I can't use 100% the same strategy because I'm not allowed on prop firms to do so. But if I could, numbers would be very different, but I'm not allowed. So I just missed another setup while I was talking. It's fine. But here. So the very same area as before, that's another buy. And boom, 30 points straight in 1 minute and a half. And 37. So if you keep waiting for the signal, that's That's quite a lot of money. So I just missed this entry here, and now this entry here. And look, wow, over 30 points each entry. That's why I don't have to think. And if it's a loss, it's a loss, doesn't matter.
Yeah, so your TP is at 74.
I would be out already. I'd be out. It's because as I do it is I take one partial at 20 points, another 30, another 40. So I'd be out by now.
Yeah, I'm 80% out. I entered at 68. It stops at 66.8 and TP at 74. So I chopped off 80% and I'm almost at my full TP. So this way, the 0.25 is recovered and I have a net 0.75 for the day. That's it. I'm not gonna trade anymore. I'm just gonna watch.
Yeah, I'm not
Because
trading anymore either.
yeah,
Because
as Sai said, let's wait for this 4-hour candle to close. I think it's going to tell us a lot by the way it closes.
in my case, I'm not trading anymore just because I missed out 2 entries. When that happens, means I'm not on the job. I'm
Okay.
not doing the right thing, so I stop trading for the day. Even if that happens at 9 o'clock in the morning, and I'm starting trading and I miss out 2 entries, whether they are losers or winners, I stop trading. It's not my day. So I
Yeah.
just missed 2 opportunities. I'm out for the day. So that's it.
I think my break even is gonna hit. Like I just missed the full TP by like 2 pips. That's fine. No, that's fine. I'm already I already banked most of it, so no problem.
Two entries there.
Yeah, I'm done for now. I might re-enter around like 5. I keep forgetting. Like in an hour after this 4-hour candle closes. But most likely, like 95%, I'm done for the day. I'm not gonna trade anymore. I'm just gonna watch because like it would be very interesting, Sai, if we start the big correction, and today would be like on the live stream. We start the
Very
big
interesting.
correction, the very big correction that I was talking about.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, I think if it actually closes below this level, then it is a bearish sign for us because you see, it was trying to sustain above the zone. It gave a breakout and then like a fake out again. If it closes
Hmm.
below this, that is like a fake out sign that all the buyers got trapped and it had
It
enough
need
liquidity to
for me. It
start.
needs to close below 30 for the day. That would be my first bearish sign. Below 30.
Yeah, that is a lot
Yeah,
today, but yeah, maybe
but
we need
it
to
could
see.
happen if it's the beginning of like a big
Yeah.
correction. It might happen. Why not? We
Mm,
saw it closing like $100 lower than the high at the start of big corrections,
yeah.
especially after wiping or sweeping the monthly highs. It could happen.
Mm. Yeah, true. Because monthly candles make a very big wick. People don't understand that it's a rejection.
Yeah.
Uh, it makes a very big wick. People don't think that it is actually a rejection on the monthly time frame, but it can give you a breakout and then a fake out afterwards. Right? So that is something people have to understand about it.
Anand left because his battery died. or he started the foot massage. God knows
Yeah.
what's true.
I think you already answered Leaf question regarding the why do we wait for higher time frame candle closing like the 4 hours, but you've already explained. I don't know if you want to add something else, but um, you've said a lot. I mean, it depends on your strategy, right? So I don't pay attention to 4 hour, but for them, for Saif, for Sai,
Yeah, I think
it's
the
important.
keyword the keyword is the closing price. I believe that's what
Mm,
the question is about. Um, the closing price is the most important price in, like, between all the open, high, or low close prices, because, like, it's where the price actually ended up after, like, a specific period of time, or like after an hour or 4 hours or a day or a month. So the closing is very important in trading, and that's what we've been learning in technical analysis for, like, decades now. um, so that's mainly why we wait for the 4 hour close, because 4 hour close is very important. Um, like, it comes in, like, right in the middle of the, like, the day, and between all sessions. Plus, it coincides with the 8 hour close, especially this one, the one that we're in right now. When this one closes, the 8 hour candle also closes, which sets the tone for the rest of the session. Um, and this is, like, my opinion. I don't know about Sai.
Yeah, I feel the same. Like I trade a lot of 4 hour candles as a day trader because 4 hour is the one which actually gives the direction. And the intraday entries you can plan out in like 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute. It doesn't matter if you have the 4 hour direction right. You can even trade the 1 minute and be profitable.
Hmm.
So 4 hour is my key direction because anything above daily, weekly, or like monthly, it's bit uh, too high, and anything less than like 4 hour is also too fast. So I think this is something which I learned in um, uh, I think I forgot SMB Capital. I think so. In SMB Capital, they say like anything less than 4 hour is too fast. Anything more than 4 hours is like very very slow. So stick to 4 hour, and how they basically do the multi-time frame analysis. If someone is interested to know about this, what they do is they consider 10 times lower than the higher time frame. So let's say you are basically trading the 1 hour chart. So they would consider either the 6 minutes or the closest to 6 minutes is 5 minutes. So they would basically take their entries on 5 minutes and their analysis on 1 hour. And if you are doing on the 4 hour chart, your entries are basically divided by 10. So that's how it will basically work. So 240 divided by 10. So it's like approximately 15-30 minutes chart is what the people will look at to take the entries for a precise entry and everything. So if you're going lower and lower, you can basically go 30 and 3, and you can also go 25 and 2 and 10 minutes or 15 minutes and 1 minute time frame. But that's how multi-time frame analysis is work.
So you can say that the 4 hour time frame is your favorite time frame.
Yeah, I look at a lot of 4 hour candles. So
Cheers. Same here.
if you don't have money for backtesting software, probably you would get a new email address and try the free trial in FX Replay. You can get a free trial for 1 month. If the ID expires, just create a new email address and do it. This is something I should not talk about it in Trading TV, but yeah.
That's a workaround. Yeah, you're just basically telling them how to rob a bank, but you're telling them not to. You're just giving them the how.
Yeah.
Okay, so why is there abrupt movement and closing time of 1 hour or 4 hour candle? Because of volatility. Because, like, this volatility happens because of algorithms and bots. As I said, the closing price is the most important price psychologically. So algorithms also understand this. So by the time, like in the final seconds of a candle, in like, even if it was like 1 hour, 4 hours, 5 minutes, whatever, the algorithms get that, and they start trying to read the movement and act accordingly. Um, Thousands of trades are fired in milliseconds. So that's why you see this abrupt movement at the end of each candle. I hope I answered your question. What's the analysis on USD JPY? It's still ranging. Nothing much to talk about in USD JPY. I'm in shorts. I believe if it breaks, let me check. If it breaks the 145.5, we'll start seeing a sharp drop to the downside. Otherwise, it's ranging. Like for the past, let me check. For the past month and something, it's been ranging. So I get very close to my stop loss, and then I go back in the money, and then go back very near my stop loss, and then go back in the money. So it's ranging for the past month. Nothing much to talk about USD JPY. The reason I'm in this trade is because I have a setup on high time frames. So that's it. I'm not gonna get bored. I'm much more patient than USD JPY, so it can take 5 years. I don't care. I'm waiting, either stop loss or TP. Okay. What other questions do we have? Some people don't even make up to 10%. So, okay. That's already answered. Hope for you got good health. Thank you. Someone is wishing me good health. Maybe because I thought I was getting sick a couple of days ago. So thank you, Mario. I'm good now. What else do we have? So do you have anything, guys?
Someone's asking for the gold analysis.
Come on, we've been talking about gold more than anything. We went
And
all the way to
there's
monthly
a
price.
question for Saai. How to control over trading?
Just man up. That's it. Stop over trading.
How do you control not working over 8 hours on a company? So you finished, you go home. So it's
Yeah.
Straight and
go
simple
ahead,
answer.
Saif.
If you have a trade plan, I think if you have a trade plan, you should be sticking to the trade plan, and anything else apart from the trade plan is over trading. So you have seen me live in the stream. I said I see a very good sell, and you can also see that we did get like more than 100 pips from the area. I said there was not even a retracement, but I still didn't punch the trade. So it is all about uh, your system, your rules, and how you trade. So anytime you break a system, so some people in my Discord ask me like, "Sir, I broke a rule. What should I do?" I just say them, try to do something which is so uncomfortable for you that you should not again try to break the rule. So for someone, it can be somewhere like 50 push-ups. For someone, it can be walking 10K steps. For someone, it can be talking to a girl. For someone, it can be going and watching a 3-hour boring movie or anything of that sort. So don't focus much on uh, other things. Just try to stick to the plan, keep a trade plan, and that should help control it. And it's all about practice. I know it is very
So
hard.
punish yourself.
Yeah.
Punish yourself every time you mess up. For me, the worst punishment would be eat a rice cake. I hate
Yep.
them.
Eat an apple, and you will
And
see.
my trainer is like forcing me to eat those. I hate them.
Yeah, I don't like them either.
Plastic,
But
plastic
there's
cakes.
something even worse, broccoli. I don't really like it.
No, I think I like everything else. It's
Oh,
just
wow, no.
the rice cakes.
Yeah, September reward for motivation. Can you please share? Ideally, it is not great to share the entire reward which you receive. That's what people say. So I'll probably say what I got from funding pips and funding ticks. From funding ticks, I think I got close to $13,000, and from funding pips, I think it is close to $4,000. So that is around 16 or 17K. That is just from funding pips and ticks. Apart from that, you can see everything is already posted on my X and in my Discord, but I don't post all of them because of a lot of other reasons. But yeah. Saif, are you going to the Forex Expo on 6th and 7th?
Yes, sir. I'll be there.
Nice.
I'm going to Dubai in a couple of days to catch the expo. Are you going to be there?
No, I just went to the London one. It was nice.
Yeah.
Not come got come to the Forex, this one, the Dubai one. I have a lot of friends who are coming there. They have asked me, but it's been a lot of travel. So I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm. I think this one will be big. I have
But
some inside info.
it's a lot of brokers, right?
What is it?
It's a lot of brokers, right? It's
Yeah,
not.
it's about brokers, prop firms, providers, third-party providers like um, payment gateways, like software companies for brokers and financial services. It's anything basically in the space of Forex. So that's why it's a Forex Expo. Um, but I think this one will be big, and I know it will be big. I'm gonna stop there. I'm not gonna say anything more than that.
Uh,
I have insider info,
Yes,
which
you
nice.
I
know
cannot,
things.
disclose. Okay, someone is saying something about the government shutdown. Midnight both Democratic and Republican funding proposals failed in the Senate. BBC last, yeah, they're basically just like sending us the headline.
How's the
What else?
experience with funding ticks? Did you guys trade with funding ticks? Saif, Rosa, any one of you?
No.
It's been very great, Mario. If you want to like try funding ticks, it's at par with everyone, and I think it is currently at the top, sitting with those Pro Plus accounts. They are very good. All you have to do is like pass it, and they have like a 5K cap. You can take up to 6 accounts. Mm, so big, right? You can easily earn like $30,000 without like just trade for like 3 to 4 days and earn $30,000. It's like a dream. And the conditions are similar because in futures the data feed is from CME, so everyone has the same data feed. So very smooth experience. If you want to try it, I think you can very well go ahead and try it. You can use my code UOT, and I think you would get a 20% off.
I think we covered all questions.
Yeah, I think so. It's pretty much done.
Can you please discuss? Someone is asking me, Mario is asking me if I can discuss the upcoming probable news effects of this week. Sure. What do we have? We have tomorrow. We have. Let me check. We have initial jobless claims tomorrow, I believe. or not really. So, okay, in 30 minutes, in 15 and 30 minutes, we have the PMI numbers, which show the expansion or contraction or the health of the manufacturing sector in the US. So a positive reading, anything above 50 is considered expansionary. So anything below 50 is considered the opposite. So it's negative for the US dollar. If it's above 50, it's positive for the dollar. And if it comes in even higher than the expected, it's very bullish for the dollar. So tomorrow, this week, check. So this number that we have today is the manufacturing PMI. On Friday, we have the services PMI, which gauges the health of the services sector in the economy, which is the most important sector, by the way. It's the backbone of the US economy, because, like, think about it. What else do we have? How come? So, see, they took NFP out. It's not going to be released this week. There was going to be NFP reading this weekend. Oh, not this weekend. I mean this Friday. It's taken out. It's not there anymore because of the government shutdown. Okay. Interesting. Tough for Jerome Powell. So Mario, that's pretty much it. The big news are removed from the calendar. Yes, no NFP week, apparently. It's removed for some reason. I'm going to check after the live stream. Self-promotion, what does that mean? Were you
That's
trading
weird.
for yeah. Someone is asking, were you trading for an institution before? Yes, multiple ones. Oh, okay. So that wasn't your question, Sai. It was a question from someone, if I'm going to the expo.
Yeah, I just saw in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Pick off tentative, including NFP.
Yeah. Basically because of the shutdown. Last time there was a shutdown. Sorry, what is it?
Nasdaq is pumping. Like we thought it will be bullish. It's the same.
Yes, but I think this level is a bit challenging. I want to see it close above 600, like 24,600, before we decide that it's going to keep going up or not. Because don't forget, this is the NYSE Open. That's mainly the reason. Okay, so I wanted to say something or someone to answer a question. I forgot. What was it? Yeah, so I was going to say what happened last time. There was a government shutdown. It was back in 2018 or 19, I think 18, and it was also under Trump's term. So we know now who's the troublemaker. Trump is causing them to close twice in each term. Basically, what happens is they didn't reach any, or they failed to reach an agreement on the spending budget for healthcare, for whatever, like all the other sectors. So the Democrats and the Republicans failed to reach a conclusion, or like to agree on a budget. So if they don't agree on a budget before October 1st, which is the beginning of the fiscal year in the US, they shut down the government. So no paychecks for government officials, no paychecks for government employees, museums, parks, public parks, everything closes until they reopen after they reach an agreement. So last time this happened was back in 2018, and it wiped off billions of the GDP, the US GDP. So this is a big deal. It might cause some turbulence in the market, and that's it. Just some fun facts. You're welcome, Mario. Create new post regarding this. Yes, we are creating one as we speak. Suggesting us here in the live. Please confirm. You know, guys, I'm going to stay like for 15 more minutes, and that's it. I want to see how this 4-hour candle closes, and then leave. What about you? Do you have anything interesting?
I have nothing. Very boring session.
We are very lucky, Rosa. Huh? Every
I
time.
did NAS buy from 24,750. That was in futures, but it was a small scalp.
So you entered something? I didn't get that.
Yeah, I did it in NAS at the open on the pullback. So it did sweep this low, which it formed. So it's somewhere around 565. That was my entry. And I just scalped at the open until 30 points. I think I exited at 606.
That's nice. That's a nice one. So in your case, you didn't need to wait for the 4-hour candle to close.
In NAS?
Yeah. Sorry.
Not really. The 4-hour is anyways bullish in NAS. So if you see, so I was
Yeah.
looking for buys in the morning, and there was a accumulation manipulation in the London session, and then a reversal. So you can very well see on the chart.
Correct. I'm just curious about gold. Let's see how it closes.
Order filled.
Rosa disappeared again.
Yeah, I think a network issue.
Order filled. Stop filled.
I think we have a good question. In every trade, first my break even hit, then market go to hit TP. What do I do? Probably you're placing your break even too early. Just wait for a confirmation that it's going your way, and then move your stop loss to break even, and not before. This could be very frustrating. I've been through this before, so back in the day. But the answer is just like stomach the fluctuations for a little bit more, and then move to break even. That will save you or make you a a lot of money. So yeah, the answer is simple. Just like wait a little bit longer before placing your stop loss at break even. Welcome back, Rosa.
I don't know what's the reason, but the computer keeps rebooting itself for some reason.
It happens.
I'll
I mean,
check
it
it
gets
out.
frustrating when you take a trade and it starts to happen at that time. Otherwise, it's fine when
So
you're on live.
yeah, the questions are getting better actually. I'm a beginner, so should I risk my money directly or try to get funded accounts? Of course, don't risk your own money. Try to get a funded account because it helps you with discipline, and it forces you to manage risk. So that's a great start to start with funded accounts. And if the worst happens, which is like you go crazy and you go all in with no risk management, the worst that can happen is that you lose the price of the funded account, and that's it. You don't lose the actual amount. For a day trader, what's the best time frame to get what I focus more, sell or buy? Where do you get your bias from? That's what you mean. Depends. If you're a day trader, I think you get the bias just like Sai was explaining like earlier. You get it from the 4 hours. 4 hours is a good place to get your bias from. And of course, you keep you keep going down gradually in time frames until you find the place you want or the time frame you want to execute at. Someone is saying, Sai, your Nasdaq analysis worked fine. Indeed, it did. Will there be a probability for Euro USD and GBP USD to be bullish? Of course. Of course, there can be a probability. But once the DXY reverses, I believe they're going to suffer, both Euro and GBP. Safe, how will this shutdown impact Euro and GBP? It basically will impact the decisions made by the Fed, which will affect the DXY, which would affect anything priced against the US dollar. So that's how they get affected. So let's watch and see. Last time, what happened on US shutdown? Yeah, they shut down for 35 days last time. I think we covered all questions. So guys, I just got this. Key economic data suspended during government shutdown. The jobless claims that was due tomorrow. The non-farm payrolls, consumer price index, and producer price index, so CPI and PPI. Retail sales, factory orders, housing starts, trade data, employment trends index, GDP data, new home sales, and construction permits. And finally, exports and import data in the US. The next Fed meeting is 4 weeks away, and we are entering a data freeze. Okay, historically, the Fed shifts more dovish on average during a US government shutdown. So that's that. You know what? Like, I think this happened on purpose because, as I just said, historically, the Fed turns more dovish. And what does um, Trump want? He wants more rate cuts, right? So maybe he caused the shutdown so that the Fed would be like forced to give the markets what they're used to, which is more dovishness. So the more I live and the more I see things, I believe that the world is not a fair place or as fair as I thought. So I think this happened on purpose. What do you guys think?
What does it make you think that? Because I agree with you, but
Um, there is no reason for me to believe anyone, especially politicians. Um, I don't want to turn it political, but like I see what they're doing, and I understand from basic human knowledge that what they're doing is incorrect and inhumane. So I wouldn't trust them with anything else. That's basically the main compass.
mm.
US is not very clean, so to speak.
Yeah,
But we like them for the liquidity they give us.
of course.
Yeah. What do you think, Sai?
Yeah, I think the same, to be honest.
Sai, you're from India.
Yeah,
You see what's happening with the tariffs, right?
yeah.
Yeah, like Trump
But
is picking on you guys.
I don't know. Like maybe Modi doesn't care, so it's like
He doesn't. No, he doesn't.
he doesn't care.
Which is good. I like Trump to be faced by people like this.
Yeah.
So Bitcoin is doing well, yeah? Bitcoin and Ethereum are doing well. What else do we have? Yeah, another question. As a beginner, should I focus on moving the stop loss to break even or let the stop loss get hit? Well, like, that's a tricky one, but I would take the stop loss without flinching, to be honest. Um, if you're not sure about your strategy, no, I'd say just like backtest more and learn more about yourself and your strategy and your setups. Once that is done, just wait for the stop loss to get hit if it will get hit. If it has to get hit, then let it. Like, we're not in the game of not losing money. We're in the game of making more money than we lose. That's it. What else do we have? Any bias on news? Most news are suspended, my friend. That's it. Rosa disappeared again.
Yeah, I think it's probably good after now. 10 more minutes to close. Nothing much happening.
Yeah, let's see how this one closes and just like call it a day. Good
Alright.
thing we ended up making money, so that's good. And I hope this was fun for the people watching.
Well,
So based on what we were discussing, Sai, it's not rejecting to the upside, so it might like continue bearish for the session.
yeah, probably going for the London low.
Yeah, because usually around this time, if it's going to reverse or like shift bias, it should have got rejected by now. It's not rejecting, so most probably it's going down. Sai, do you know the answer to this one? What happens if my trade hits a TP or stop loss during news and closes automatically? Does it break the rule of a funded account?
Yeah, it has to be taken before 5 hours. So that's when it is valid.
Okay. You're welcome, Shashank. Someone is asking us to like share a couple of thoughts on Bitcoin. What do you think? Let me check the weekly.
Yeah, just took support from 108. That was one of my zones where it was supposed to take support from. It took support, did a consolidation, and then pushed up from there.
Yeah, the weekly looks somehow bullish to me.
Yeah.
The daily as well, but we want to see it breaking the 118,000. That's an important level. That would be the swing level, and not only closing, of course, faking out. No, not only breaking but closing as well. Mhm. Yeah, so the answer is we're both bullish on Bitcoin, conditional to breaking the 118,000 and closing above it. US shutdown will impact on global stock market, correct? It's just having a hard time closing higher. I'm talking about gold now. I'm talking about the 4-hour candle. It's just like having a hard time closing above, let's say 75, or like climbing above 78. Sorry, not 75. Five minutes to go. Again, the beginner. On which pairs should I focus? Um, as a beginner, I'd like recommend the FX pairs like the Euro USD and the GBP USD because they're less volatile and they don't move as much in terms of pips as other instruments like gold and Nasdaq and other stuff. So it's a good place to start if you want to start learning how to analyze the markets, analyze the charts. Um, Low volatility pairs would do just fine with you, like Euro USD, USD CHF, um, before moving to gold and Nasdaq. By the way, Sai, do you remember the first time you moved to, like, you saw the gold moving, or no? Actually, this question isn't relevant because I don't know what did you start trading. The first time, like, what was the first thing you started trading? Was it a
Um,
currency?
no, I started with Indian markets back in the day. So
Okay.
I used to trade Nifty and Bank Nifty if someone is from India. So
Is it
I used to trade.
volatile?
Yeah, Bank Nifty is similar to gold. It used to be similar to
Okay.
gold. Now, due to a lot of rule changes and everything, it got changed. But yeah,
Okay. No, because like when I started trading FX currency, FX pairs, which are currencies. So when I moved to gold, it's like seeing a whole different dimension. Like
yeah.
and Nasdaq. Oh my God! When I first started like looking at Nasdaq, that was
Hmm.
a that's a totally
Nasdaq
different
is
game.
like a wild beast because for me
Yeah,
itself, to get used to, I was looking at gold, and for me to get used to Nasdaq, it took its own time because it's so volatile, and Nasdaq is a pair which likes to create a lot of wicks. So it just
exactly.
stops you, creates the wick, and then goes in your direction. So you would have to place your entries very systematically before getting stopped out.
Correct. It's an interesting pair to trade, but it's not for the uh, weak-hearted.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Runak. Someone is saying they hesitate to take a trade in their master account. What should I do? Um, Sai, would you like to take this one?
Sorry, what one?
Um, Someone is saying, bro, I hesitate to take trade in my master account. What should I do?
It depends on the risk which you are putting on. So, if the account size which you are trading is not set for your risk appetite, then you are trading the wrong account. So, imagine you have like $500 left and you took a 100K account, then you will struggle to put a trade on that master account. Let's say you have a $500 and take a 5K account or a 10K account. I don't think so. You'll struggle to basically put a trade on master account. So, it's all in the risk management which you adapt in taking the trade, and risk management approach in buying the prop firm challenges as well. Everything is risk management. As a trader, the first thing you need to do is like manage the risk, even though you're buying a prop firm account. Managing the trades risk is a different story. Managing the capital risk is a different story.
Well said. So I think that's it for today. It's not going to reject like less than
Yeah,
two
it's
minutes.
almost done. I think so.
1 minute and a half till the close of the scandal. So let's see how the day ends,
Yeah,
and hopefully we'll catch up on the next one.
yeah,
So
sure.
thank you, bro. It was fun, and
It was
thank you
fun.
everyone for tuning in. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for your questions, and see you on the next one. Bye bye. See you.
Yes, bye.
Bye bye.